I met Anne Sharp when she phoned me up in 1994, telling me about a block of bushland up at Manly Dam. We went and had a look. It was beautiful bushland with a creek flowing through it, going down to Manly Dam. And there was a development application in that was going to bulldoze this site. But we lobbied council. We had a big public meeting with over 200 people, and we managed to get the council to reject it. We went to the London Environment Court and they rejected it, and we thought it was okay. But then the next year another development application went in. That went to the London Environment Court again, and unfortunately they approved the development. We kept fighting it, and we were disappointed when the bulldozers actually moved in. But that's when the community action really got going.
Yeah, I came up to the site because the day before I'd just been up to the local shopping centre to post the letter, and this nice man was handing out pamphlets and explained to me the bulldozers moving on the Ardel site, and I was just so horrified. I thought it had all been settled in the Land Environment Court a year or so ago.
Thanks very much for coming, everybody. It's good to see so many people here in the rain. This is the third day we've been here now.
I first heard about the altercation up at the headwaters of Manly Dam through the newspaper, and I thought, well, these people need supporting, and I went up, and not being over involved in environmental issues, I walked in, had a look around, and just suddenly realised this is wrong. It was just unbelievably wrong.
The vegetation here is Duffers Forest Vegetation Community. It's listed as endangered and likely to become extinct in the near future if clearing continues.
The creeks are flowing today after the rain. We're trying to ensure that they flow clean, that they keep clean water going down, particularly down into the pools where the galaxious fish are down there.
Woke up one morning and heard there was tripods being set up and thought, oh, we've got to get up there and have a look.
And people seem to come from everywhere. It's an incredible sight. People, hundreds of people came from all different areas to vent their protests about what's happening.
It must be emphasised the police are adopting very much a softly approach. They realise, they appreciate the nature of this protest, that it's a community protest, that the people here are part of the community who are concerned about what's happening, and they therefore going to be sensitive in the way they go about dealing with the matter.
It wasn't hard for me to be arrested. I felt that the issue of the bush being bulldozed was a much bigger issue, and every time I think back on the arrest, I think I'm glad I did it. In fact, I would have felt guilty if I hadn't. The law is wrong, and I feel I did the right thing. If I hadn't done that, I would have done the wrong thing.
This is Bob Card's Green Olympics.
I feel that council is our first line of democracy, and they have not risen to the occasion whatsoever. They've been approached, they know what's going on, they're on the ground, they know exactly what's going on. Where are they?
Well, the jump for the dam was really organised at a moment's notice when we felt, what else could we do? The council really said it was a dead issue, the mayor said it was a dead issue, there's nothing really we could do. They hadn't really talked or listened to the committee that had gone in with various buyback proposals. So we thought, what the hell can we do next? And we had a couple of meetings, we decided that perhaps we should broaden the issue and have a jam for the dam at Manly, get the wider community involved, get the message out to the population at large. And we felt the best way of doing this was perhaps to have various music bands and performers at Manly Corsair with intermittent speeches from various environmentalists and politicians.
Bureaucrats come and go to go on and self-serve their interests elsewhere. We are left with their legacy. Let's not let the legacy be the destruction of our heritage sites and the destruction of our urban bushland. We're as mad as hell, and we're not going to take any more of it. Thank you.
This is the sort of thing that the community needs to get a message clearly through to all governments of all political persuasions, and that is that we care about our remnant bushland.
We want our bushwalking environmentalist premier.
It is achievable. It still can be won, it still can be acquired, and Ardel have said they are prepared to sell it.
And now we can see what the court has decided is appropriate for a site which everybody agrees is a sensitive site with a very rich biodiversity there. So maybe we should invite the judge sometime to come along and just see this development which will outrage the community to such an extent that we're seeking a new council.
Green candidates can only expect 5% of the vote. Well, on Saturday night we got 12% of the vote. And that was not just Warringah, but that was reflected right across the state. And not just Green candidates too, that was reflected in all pro-conservation, pro-environmental candidates.
The first thing we're going to do is get that land back off Ardel.
So things might be changing. We're going to fight this now once every 4 years and get the right people on council. And we shouldn't have to fight this in the intermediate years. And we're also lobbying to get some changes made to the Land and Environment Court and the legislation, because these things should never happen.
Finally, Warringah Council and the federal government began investigating a buyback of the Ardel site.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've spoken to Senator Hill this morning, the Federal Minister for the Environment, and he says to me that the federal government remains absolutely committed to working with anyone who is prepared to act in partnership to get this land back. So ladies and gentlemen, we can save this land. It's not too late. And let's keep working together to make Manly Dam, the beautiful area, and the War Memorial Park a treasure for the people of Sydney and Manly and Warringah for all time.
The Save Manly Dam Catchment Committee, in partnership with local businesses, celebrities and the community, held the Save Manly Dam Golf Classic to assist them in raising the funds needed.
It's inconceivable that a piece of genuinely significant bush that surrounds the Manly Dam could be turned into a housing development at the beginning of a new century, when sustainability and looking after the planet is one of the prime things which all of us should be doing. So I'm absolutely delighted to be walking around a golf course with some good friends, showing our support for the campaign to save the Manly Dam bushland, and it's been a fantastic day.